Good evening, Your Fitness First community. Hope you're all okay this evening. I'm starting a little bit early tonight. Something's come up, so I've just got to shoot off somewhere a bit later on just to do some things. So I've come on a little bit earlier tonight, 15 minutes, so I can hopefully be done by 8 o'clock. Like I say, it's question and answers tonight, so it won't take long. I've got a few questions that people have been asking me, so like I say, I'll just read the questions out and I'll give the answers live tonight. So if you've got any more questions, feel free to ask them in the comments or let me know later, and we'll keep. I'll answer them next week or something like that. I just want to say again, thank you for everybody who's taking part in the lives in the group. Hope you're enjoying them. Again, you can subscribe to my YouTube channel as well, Your Fitness First on YouTube. It's a good, you can subscribe so you can look then through all that and get your best workouts that you like instead of scrolling through the group, scrolling back. They all get put on there, so you can go on there nice and easy and watch whichever you want. So yeah, so tonight live Q&A. I've got a few questions, like I say. I hope they help a few other people. Like I said, I've had a few messages, so if you do want to let me know any more, just send them. So the first question is, it's regarding meditation. So I start to feel anxiety and unease when I begin to meditate. That's quite usual when you first start meditating. It's quite a common one that comes up. It's because you don't like to be alone. As humans, we don't like to be alone with our own thoughts. I think I've spoke about this one before, but there's a study been done on people where whether you'd rather spend 15 minutes alone with your thoughts or you'd rather have an electric shock. 65% of men said they'd rather have electric shock than be alone with their thoughts, and 30% of women said they'd rather have electric shock than be alone with their thoughts. So that's quite a high percentage. So a lot of you are going to feel that way. So you're not alone like that. It's one of them. It's about past experiences you're worried about might come up. Things might come up that you don't want to think about again. But this is the whole thing about meditating. It's about learning to control your thoughts and your emotions and recognise that these thoughts do come into your head and they can come back out straight away. It's not about holding on to certain thoughts. So it's about working through those things. And I always say start small. When I first started meditating, I did 5 minutes, and 5 minutes of being alone with your own thoughts might sound a lot at first. Try a minute. Do what you think. Try a minute for a week, every day for a week, and see where you go from there. But don't worry about anxiety and stuff. Things still come up with me. You only get a thought in your head, you still get a little bit of anxiety, but then you breathe in and you work your way through it. It's all about keeping going forward and realising that you can start to control your thoughts, your feelings and emotions just through breathing, just through concentrating on the meditation. It is so important. So yeah, it's very common that people do feel anxiety, do feel unease when they meditate, but it's about working through that. It's about being uncomfortable and in the moment and working through that to get in a better place. So I hope that helps. If you want any more on that, I can give you a bit more help on that. So you can message me privately again, and we'll have a chat about that. But yeah, it's about learning to work through these little difficult moments in our lives, and when we work through them, we can move through them and move forward. It's so much better than just holding on to things in the past, because it doesn't serve us. You need to let go of the past. Whatever's happened can't be changed. We just have to move forward and live in the present moment. And by doing meditating, you can do that. So the next question, this is an interesting one because a lot of people say this to me. I feel worried and anxious about going to the gym, and it's putting me off starting. With the new January intake coming up, everybody wants to go to the gym, everybody gets that little buzz, what shall I do? I want to get fit, I start that new goal, stuff like that. But a lot of people, it stops a lot of people going forward because they feel that anxiety, they feel that nervousness of, oh, I've never been to a gym for ages, I've not been doing for years, I'm not fit enough, what do? I can't do this, I can't use that machine. It's all the anxieties, you keep telling yourself those stories over and over again, and it puts you off. And before you even get to January, you've talked yourself out of it. Never mind stepping in the gym, you've just taught yourself out of it. But it's so common in people though, that this happens all the time. Everybody does it. People, when I first started going to the gym, I was going oh no, everybody's gonna laugh at you. You know what I mean? I've got experience of going to the gym and but it was years I've not been. And I stepped in it and I'm like, oh God, this is horrible. And it's just a horrible feeling, but I sat with it and I did it. And after the first couple of times, I realised, you know what? Nobody's looking at me. Nobody cared. Nobody's bothered what I'm doing. They were all bothered about what they were doing. And they were all getting on with their own stuff. They all had the headphones in, they were smashing some weights, or they were on the running machine, doing whatever. Half of people were doing the weights and then sat on the phone looking at the phone. I found that interesting. But yeah, they're not looking at you, and if they were, they'd probably forgotten about you within 2 seconds. So I wouldn't worry about that. It's hardly even noticed people going to the gym anymore. People just look up, see you come in, and then look down and get on with what they're doing. So I won't worry about that. But if you do still find that a bit anxious and stuff, it's finding the right environment. So if you're worried about going into a big gym, find a little community gym. I do work at PT Corner. It's a great community gym where people go, and it's small groups. You don't get overpowered. There's 10 people on some sessions, there's 6 people on other sessions, and that's it. It's small little groups, but you can book on at your time when it's quiet, and you can go with a friend. It's really good little community. Something like that. You can do online workouts. You don't even have to leave your house now. So there's all sorts of little different things where you can go to classes. You can do boot camp. There's plenty of classes around, stuff like that. There's a bounceability class, I know that. There's clubber-size, stuff like that. All fun, all friendly, where you don't feel like you're being looked at, because it's all sort of similar people, and it'll help. Going to them will help build your confidence up. So moving forward, you can then go to a gym. You can even ask me or a PT. They will set up a program with you. So I go to gyms with people, and I'll working for a program, set up a program for them, check that they know how to work the machines, get the machines set up properly, for a fee, but it's only a small fee. But then you're set up, and then I can come the second time, just to make sure you're doing it all right. Builds confidence that way. You're not going in the gym on your own, and just little ways of doing forward. So like for a one-off payment, you can have a PT go with you and get set up in a gym, get a program fully written out, and then you can assess that in a few months' time and see how you're getting on and keep coming back. And just for a smaller payment, rather than having full PT sessions all the time. There's lots of different ways going forward that you could just build confidence. And again, get that friend. A friend for accountability partner. It's a fantastic way of doing it. It's having that buddy that you go along with. One, it helps motivate you, because if you're feeling like, I don't want to go, unless you've got a friend who's going, yeah, that's a good idea, let's not go. But you want somebody who can push you and go, no, we're going. And it really does help you, and you don't feel too bad when you're walking in with a friend. It's good little tips there. But yeah, a lot of people do feel anxious and worried when you're walking into a gym for the first time, but don't be. It's a safe environment, it's a friendly environment. Most people who go to the gyms aren't worried about what you're doing, they're just getting on what they're doing. It's just like life, really. Nobody really cares what anybody else is doing, unless you've got a nosy neighbour, but most of them don't even care now. So it's just one of them. Just go in and move forward and take little baby steps, join the classes, find the right environment, even ask a PT to set you up a program, show you how the things work, and go from there. So yeah, that's a great little way of working through that, and it'll stop you being anxious, stop you overthinking, and it'll help you move forward and get into that right environment. So hope that one helps. The next one, I'm struggling stopping eating treats. So they basically, I've had 3 young kids, and the temptation is always there. Yeah, well, to be fair, I've got 3 young kids as well, so I know that temptation, you know what I mean? You've got treats in for the kids, you've got stuff for the pack-ups, and when you're hungry, it's just there, it's easy to grab. I know that I'm quite good because I've got the right food in, but it's doing that, getting the right food in. So fruit in, I have lots of fruit in. Yeah, it costs a little bit more, but it's good. Bananas don't cost much and they fill you up. Nuts are very good for that. There's lots of different things that you could use that will like you can have hummus and carrot sticks, hummus and cucumber and stuff like that, that will help you. Instead of eating the rubbish that the kids have got in, you could get that stuff in for yourself, and that's more healthy than just grabbing a packet of crisps or grabbing one of those bars or something that the kids have. Or you can get some healthy, nice light bars that have got low sugar in, but you've got to be careful what you're looking at. I found a good app for that. There's a Change for Life app, which you can put in a snack that you've got, and then you can like scan it and take a picture of it, I think you can, Last time I looked, you could, and it shows you a healthy alternative, so you don't even have to think about it now. So it's Change for Life app really does help you choose your healthier alternative for certain crisps or other things that you might like, even drinks. So it's a really good way of doing it. It's just finding those little things that are getting the stuff in, hummus, like I say, carrot sticks, fruit, bananas, grapes, strawberries, all that sort of stuff. Dried fruit, it lasts longer, small little handful. Nuts, really good source of protein. Have a small portion now. Don't go nuts on them. Sorry about that. And just have the right bit, otherwise that's a lot of fat in there. Some nuts, they do have high content of fat, but some of it's good for you in a certain small amount. So yeah, that's a good little way of just doing that. But yeah, the temptations are always there. It's about finding those little habits and other things that could replace the treats. Next one, very similar to this one, is I'm finding it hard to keep motivated and eating healthily now it's coming up to Christmas. Now this is a good one, because it does, because you've got Christmas parties coming up. You've got people inviting you around for drinks. You've got all sorts going on. There's different events going on all the time. And it's just constant, like, oh, let's have a buffet. Oh, let's have some more drink. Oh, there's some chocolate. Oh, there's some cake. It's constant. It's all around you constantly at Christmas. But it's one of those things. It's not worrying about it too much. It's one time of the year. It's for a couple of weeks. As long as you're still going to the gym or still working out some way, doing a bit of walking, smashing a workout, one of my workouts, or somebody else's workout online, or one of the classes that you might go to, or a gym, you can still maintain your weight by don't go crazy. Have a little bit. It's like I always say, treat yourself to a little bit. It's good to relax every now and again. Don't punish yourself. It's a time of year where you need to relax and chill and spend time with your family. And if there's buffet there, there's cake there, there's drink there, have a little bit. Like I say, don't go nuts. Just have a little bit. Give yourself permission to have a break and relax. Don't overthink it. Try and maintain that weight though, so don't go pigging out every night. But if there's a weekend come up and you've got a family party or you've got a work to do, don't worry about it too much. I've got a Christmas party this week on a Saturday night. I'm going to have a few drinks. We're having a meal. And I'm not going to worry about it one bit. I'll get back on it the next week and I won't mind. Even if I'm drinking a week with football or whatever's on, if we get through that is, then I'll be fine, because I know I can get back on it. And once you've got that muscle memory as well, it's easier to burn the fat quicker. So you've got that part there already. So if you're already working out and stuff, it's so much easier. But yeah, it's Christmas. Don't overthink it. Don't worry about it. It's a couple of weeks, a couple of parties here and there. Not going to kill you. Just don't overdo it. When you have chocolate, just have a couple. If you're having cake, just have one piece. Just don't pig out. It's all about everything in moderation. I always say that in everything. It's a massive one. Just don't starve yourself for anything. Everything in moderation. I still have chocolate. I still have treats. Me and my kids baked brownies. Made mince pies last week, and they've all gone now. But I've not had them all, don't get me wrong, but I've had a couple. It's one of them, everything you need to do is moderation. I'm just maintaining my weight now. I'm not worried about anything else. So as long as I don't go ballooning it up again, which I won't, because I work out and I walk a lot. So, and that's the thing, just keep active, keep moving forward, taking the right approach and moving forward with your life, and don't worry about it. Like I say, give yourself permission just to relax and enjoy Christmas. It's a time for enjoying families, friends, and having a drink if you drink, or just spending time doing what you want to do and not overthinking it. The last question, I like this one as well. I'm struggling to get up at the moment. I just want to stay in bed. The mornings are now cold and dark. So people who go to the gym or who don't want to get up and go to the gym, it's a tough one, this one, because when it's dark out there's a lot of people just, you know what, it's too dark, it's too cold, you've got to defrost the car. This morning I got up at 5 o'clock to go, well, 5:30, I was going to the gym and I had to defrost my car. So you have to time it right, you have to get up a little bit earlier. But I've got a great way of doing it. When I get up and get out of bed, my alarm goes off, and I've got the 5-second rule. I use it for a lot of things in life, but one of them is for getting out of bed. So the 5-second rule is literally, your alarm goes off, you start counting, you've said it in your head already at night time, so you've told yourself, I'm doing the 5-second rule before I get out, and you literally go 5, pull the covers back. 4, you get yourself out, roll out of bed. 3, put your feet on the floor. 2, stand up. 1, you're out of bed. It is that simple. It's a 5-second rule. You don't even think about it. You don't even think, oh, it's cold and cozy in here. You get yourself up, you get yourself out of bed. It's the best way of doing it. Don't even think about snoozing your alarm. It's the worst thing you can do ever. When you snooze that alarm, you've already lost. It's your first loss of the day. When you can get out of bed straight away, that's a massive win. Give yourself a pat on the back, because it's such a big win that is, getting out of bed. There's so many people who snooze that alarm all the time, and they're like, oh, get up again, and then they snooze it again, and then they snooze it a third time, and then they're on rushing around like headless chickens trying to catch up with themselves all day, living on stress all the time, where I've got all the time in the world because I've planned my day. I do what I need to do. I do the 5-second rule, get out of bed. Next best thing is prepare the night before. I've said this before, but have your gym stuff. If you're going to the gym, have your stuff out ready for work. Whatever you're doing, your pack up's done the night before. My kids' pack ups are done. My kids' uniforms are out, all set up for the next day, so you don't stress about stuff. And so you give yourself time. And like I say, if you're going to the gym, if you do miss a session and you do have a lie-in, don't punish yourself for one day. Just try and get it back on the next day, or do one later on in the day. Again, it's a time of year where you just got to relax a little bit and not worry about it too much. You're not going to be showing your body off too much. It's too cold, so you're going to be snuggled up like this and keeping yourself wrapped up, unless you're me and still walk around in shorts, because I'm nuts. Everybody keeps telling me that's -4 and I'm still in shorts. But as I said, I've been in -15 before and still in shorts, so it's not a problem. But yeah, there's some great little questions there. Like I say, if anybody's got any more questions, feel free to send them, private message me. I'll answer them next week if I can. But yeah, moving forward, I have got some great, exciting news coming for the new year. I'm going to set up a little program for the new year, but I'll talk more about it next week and do a little live about it to see if anybody's interested and jump on board. A little bit of a trial, so it's a good little way to get on board if you want to start the new year on the front foot, moving forward, changing your life physically and mentally. It's gonna be very interesting, so keep an eye out for that. But yeah, that's all I've got time for this evening. Hope you all enjoyed that. Like I say, if you've got any more questions, let me know. Private message me and I can answer them next week or whenever. Quite happy to help. If you want anything answering, I've answered people's questions when they private message me, and give them a phone call and give them a little bit of my time for absolutely free. So hope you enjoyed that. Hope you got a little bit from that. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening, and I shall see you Monday, because I won't be doing a live tomorrow morning. I've got things on, working early, and I won't have time because I've got football with the kids. I have football all weekend, and like I say, Christmas party. So I'll be back live Monday with another live workout. So if you want anything in particular, let me know. I might even put a poll out there. So keep an eye out for that, and I will see you Monday morning. Have a good weekend, everybody. Take care. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye. Thank you for watching.